End of an era at Rangers Football Club as the volleyball world champion Connor Goldson leaves Rangers to join Cypriot club ARIS LIMASSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Let's discuss Connor Goldson. It is truly end of an era. He is one of those, pillars of Rangers Football Club for the past 6 years. Let's talk about it. I've already talked a lot. I want to hear your opinion before I rehash the same shite that I talked earlier.
Rehash shit, brother. We love it. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about it. So, Connor Goldson has signed a 3-year contract with ARIS LIMASSOL, and he won 3 trophies during his time at Rangers. So, I mean, there you go. 6 years at Rangers, 3 years at ARIS LIMASSOL. If you kind of work out the Rangers maths, then he might win 1.5 trophies in Greece.
He might win 1.5 trophies in Greece, mate. Cyprus,
oh well, my bad.
That's plenty. But right, let's look at Connor Goldson's time. I've already looked at it. What would you give him?
Greece, Cyprus, same shit.
England, Scotland, same shit. You see how that can affect some people?
Aye, but they've got no rivalry, they don't, you know what I mean?
You don't know that? You could point to Greece on a map. Anyway, you can point to Connor Goldson's number. I gave him a 5 out of 10 for his Rangers career. That might seem incredibly harsh. Let's hear your number.
He was great during the title.
See, I gave him a 7 out of 10 for his first 4 years, but the last 2 years have distracted 2 numbers.
Yes, but I think that's harsh. Could you not argue everyone's numbers would be subtracted the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Has he really been the worst member of the team?
Yeah, but it's like Bassi and Aribo, for example. I mean, they're 2 guys that...
They got out before the Rangers fell apart.
Yeah. But I gave him a 7 before the last 2 years, and I think that was quite generous, considering he'd only won 2 trophies in a European final he got to.
Well, the European final, I think you need to factor that. I'll give him a 6 overall. But 3 trophies in 6 years for Rangers isn't good enough.
No, it's not. It's nowhere near good enough. And you look at it for Connor Goldson, right? Where would Rangers Football Club be without Connor Goldson? You look at it, right? Gerrard's first window I thought was brilliant because it pretty much made Rangers go from mediocre, worse than Aberdeen, to a decent challenger against Celtic. And Connor Goldson was the rock behind that. He was. Good couple of first years as the Rangers team got built up. And then the title 55 season, he was incredible. He was. Scoring goals against Celtic. Pretty much had Shane Duffy on a lead. Take me back to that season. Oh, God.
Who didn't have Shane Duffy on a lead?
That's true.
Shane Duffy was a dog getting walked by every cunt.
Aye, but Goldson had him on a fucking harness. Your boy, didn't he need him on a lead? Fucking came back to him.
No treats for Shane Duffy.
No treats for Shane Duffy. But yeah, Connor Goldson was great that season, right? But as we say with Rangers, see that season, that should have been when Rangers pushed on. That should have been when Connor Goldson won like 3 in a row. And I'd be sitting here going, what? He got Rangers.
Legend.
He got Rangers back up. You know, have he cleared that ball in the European final? I'd have, oh, Connor. But he didn't. And, is it just his fault? Is it just Tav's fault? No, there's a lot of players that contributed to Rangers' downfall. But your leadership players, your experienced players, your captain, your vice captain, the core of the team, they're going to take the brunt of the criticism. And sadly for Goldson, that's what's happened. But I think the first 4 seasons, he was good. He was phenomenal.
Could you argue?
But since then, it's been utter shite.
Could you argue, though, he had better centre-back partnerships during his first 4 years?
Could I argue? Fucking absolutely, he didn't. Oh, no, he did, sorry. Halander, Bassi, a younger Balogun compared to the fucking shite he's got now.
So do you have to factor that in a wee bit?
I do factor that in, but he has also got a lot worse. But what I would say is, when he had a competent partner, Connor Goldson was good.
Yep.
Him and Suter are 2 very similar centre-backs. You need a left side and you need a right centre-back.
Well, maybe it's Rangers' fault for not supplying him a good enough partner and maybe not, making moves to move him on. I think Rangers have relied on the same core players for too long.
No, they have, and Tav and Goldson, if they
just got stale. Got very stale.
See Goldson, right? I think he's one of the better centre backs that Rangers have had in the last number of years. Of course he is. I think on his day, Helander was better, but Goldson had the consistency. He's played a lot of games for his football club, barely missed any, apart from when he got injured in the 22-23 season with his hamstring against Liverpool. But again, it's a shame for him, but it's a bigger shame for the fans. It's not all his fault, but when you're the vice captain, when you're captain, that's what happens when you're at a club of this size. You're going to come under slack, and it's exactly... I cannot sit here and give the guy above a 5. Was he great in some seasons? Absolutely. I look at the European run. some great performances in there, crucial for Rangers. Did he undo it with that thing against Frankfurt? I mean, personally for me, he did, because that could be the last European final Rangers get to in my lifetime. That's not an exaggeration, that is facts. I could die tomorrow.
What, what about the mental health thing that he came out with?
Right, mental health, let's go, let's talk about it.
I think if you're living a privileged lifestyle as a footballer, you've got no right to be talking about mental health. And some people think that's harsh. No, I genuinely mean that. This guy is living a dream. This guy is getting thousands a week to play football, right? He's basically got this club that millions, would it be fair to say millions of people support Rangers across the world?
Easily.
Right. Millions of people support across the world. Millions of people are relying on him to do a good job. I think that if you can't do that job for whatever reason, then you need to step away. You need to step down.
Yeah, I agree. Right, we live in a day and age where people, talk lax lyrical about mental health. But see, at the end of the day, football clubs of this stature need winners. You don't need losers. And I'm sorry if you're weak mentally. See if Callum McGregor, right, had like serious mental health problems, he would not be leading Celtic to all these trophies. That's just the facts. People can complain and bitch about it, but that's the facts.
No, you can have them, right? You can have mental health problems if you want, but then, in my opinion, you should probably be claiming some sort of disability allowance or something like that. You shouldn't be a vice captain at Rangers.
Yeah, but here, did it affect him in the last 2 years? Because Rangers were a bit worse compared to the first four. We'll never really know, but end of the day, he did a lot for this football club. He had heart surgery and all, and it's the best period of his career. It will never get better for Connor Goldson. The same with Cantwell, the same with James Tavernier. And it's a shame, but I'm not going to put Cantwell in the same category as those two, because those two have actually done stuff. Cantwell's just a fucking... I hate Todd Cantwell. He's pissed me off beyond belief. But yeah, it's a shame. Does Goldson and Tav deserve more trophies? They probably do, but you know what? You have to make do with what you've got, and did they do enough to get this group of players and other previous teams over the line? No, they didn't. But here, if you put them in any other team, it's not like it weakens them, for me.
No, I mean, I still think he's a decent defender. Now, he has joined LIMASSOL for 3 years, so undisclosed fee. I believe that it's somewhere around the region of 500 to a million, which is probably a bad deal for Rangers, to be fair. I thought they could have got more than that.
Talks 1.7, but 1.7 a million, 500k, it's not really a lot of money, is it? It's the wage for me. The 37 grand a week is massively going to help Rangers.
Yeah, Connor Goldson did say about leaving Rangers, quote, "It's my time to get off the train and the ride that we have been on together for the last 6 years. This is really hard to write, but I think it's the right time to write it. What a 6 years it has been. What a pleasure it has been to be a part of this amazing football club. We went through many highs and many lows, but throughout this journey, I can promise you, I gave this club everything I had. I tried to lead by example every single day. I walked into that building and I strived to make the club a better place when I signed. It wasn't perfect and neither was I, but I can honestly sit here and look myself in the mirror and say, I gave it my all and nobody cared more. I haven't been able to say goodbye properly. It hurts that this is the way it has to be, as it's never been my way." End of quote. So, Goldson saying that he tried his absolute best and nobody cared more than him. Do you agree with that, or do you think he's like he's like hyping himself up? Leave it.
The guy played a lot of matches for this club, right? He went through injections. I'm not going to question his work ethic. But to claim that you tried more than other players, I mean, I guess the numbers don't lie. He played a lot of games, but just because you're injured doesn't mean you don't care. But at the end of the day is, you've bottled a lot of trophies. This is the same guy at half-time against Hibs says we were beat.
That's a weak mentality.
I need a guy that says, I said it earlier, if Hibs can score 3.5, we can score 6.
Why not?
No, if Hibs can score 3, why can't Rangers score 3? At least, if it was flipped, right, and Hibs were 3-0 down to Rangers, I'm not expecting Martin Boyle, right, to turn around and say, oh, well, if they can score 3, we can score 6, because there is a gap there, right? But, see with Rangers and Celtic, but we'll stick more to Rangers, see unless it's like a top-tier European team, you shouldn't be accepting defeat at half-time like that.
Yeah, no, 3-0 is recoverable, so Anyway, guys, is what it is. That's it. Connor Goldson is gone. He's left Rangers. I think he's been a decent player for Rangers, but unfortunately, sometimes you just stay too long, and if the last few years aren't that great, then that seems to be what you're remembered for. Even if you've had a great career up until that point, people tend to remember how you leave the club in your most recent, history with the club. And unfortunately for Connor Goldson, the recent stuff hasn't been that good. I mean, he did get a League Cup win last season, but other than that, the last 2 years it's 5-1 in trophies to Celtic, and it's been disappointing.
No, it has been massively disappointing, and it's just not good enough. I mean, 3 trophies in 6 years. It's like I said, the first couple of years you have to rebuild it up to a certain level. But even then, I still think Gerrard should have won way more cups.
Well, he didn't win any cups.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 3 years, no cups. It's not good enough. It's really not. But you stopped the 10. He was a part of that, an immense part of that. But yeah, it's this mentality that needs to go. Yeah, you can try, but when you come out and say stuff like you're beat against Hibs 3-0 down, look at the amount of times this Rangers team's been like 2 or 3-0 down against Celtic. If that's what they're thinking against Hibs, what are they thinking against Celtic?
What are they thinking? Anyway, guys, that's it. Connor Goldson, bye bye. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.